So we're here with Gavin Di Different, introducing you as a producer slash engineer, musician, and songwriter. Is there anything else you want to add to your repertoire?
Baba.
What does Baba mean?
Obeahman. Shaman.
Shaman? For what?
Wizard.
What? How would you describe that for people who don't know what those words mean?
We can't even describe because if you don't know, you have to go look at a dictionary or something. Google what we can't really. We don't know, like spiritual scientists. What I say? Yeah, spiritual science. Think about science and then think about spirits, like actual spirits, ghosts, and whatever spirits you wanna.
Because in the Caribbean, we actually say science.
Science.
Science, yeah. But
science.
People over here call it obia.
Yeah, they didn't call it obia. They don't really call it. In Jamaica.
When you're back home, people say science.
Yeah, people say obia and science.
Yeah, but
people don't really say witchcraft.
Don't say science.
Here in America,
is what they study.
Here in America, people say witchcraft.
Yeah.
But I say RICHCRAFT. You don't know anything.
So since you introduced the name of your project, where RICHCRAFT came from? Is that why you decided to name this project RICHCRAFT?
Well,
is it playing witchcraft?
Yeah. That's it. Can't say that yes, but I'm not really that like 100% because me look as my body or my whole mind as like a craft because it's like also like a like a aircraft that's like moving or whatever. Yeah. And we're constantly moving, and my body and my mind is kind of like that, and it's very rich. Like the movements is not like poor movements, like not meaning like wealth, like money or whatever, but like it's if you look in frequency,
rich way of living?
Not just You see frequency. If you think about high vibration or whatever, and you're happy and love, it's like think about the top of that being like rich. This is like it's rich in. If something is rich, you say something is rich in the soil. We have rich soil. It's good as soil, right? So that's why RICHCRAFT, and it's like my craft, my whole mind frequency and whatever is rich, high vibration. But some people might look at it any way they want to. So actually, it's not one reason. One main thing is that also my craft, my work, music and whatever, and writing and all of that. That's my craft is it's not on a low. It's pretty rich. It's like good at rich soil. You feel me? Like so that's one of the main thing where it really come from.
Okay, so this body of work is pretty intense. How do you prepare your audience for this type, like to receive this type of work? What would you say to someone who's never heard your music before and this is the first project they're gonna hear from you? Is there like a disclaimer or? Because I don't mind it.
Well, disclaimer in what sense? In what sense? Like, what do you mean? Like if a person first listen,
what should they look forward to?
Look for something you never heard before.
Okay.
Because I listen to this, right? And I can't really find and say, yo, I've heard this before.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Maybe just a little bit of like the production. Because obviously you're going to use similar sounds with production. But execution versus like execution, the style and all of that, we can't really say. Like, it really authentic. So just think about something you never heard before. You're not going to play and be like, oh, this sound like this guy, it sound like this. You're going to be like, oh, this shit is trash. Because you're not used to the sound, Yeah. And so that going to be the main thing, honestly.
Do.
No, but I'm used, listen, I get that all the time. When I just post one of my favorite like songs, and the video, I'm really proud of the video and whatever. I was promoting it, but it just sound it never sounded like what was playing at the time, you know. I think they started like, actually the song is on the project Happy For Me, the last project, the last song on the album. That's why I actually put Happy For Me on there, because I remember when I put that song out, right? I think 2017, 2018.
Yeah, you put it out.
And yo, the hate was just crazy. I was promoting it, and then it's like, you know, you do like ad promo or whatever to certain people who like hip hop or whatever, and trust me, like the hate with more than the love.
Yeah.
And like paid promo. So yeah. You just expect something you never heard before.
So speaking on this, right? Because you've been doing this for a minute now, right? How is the independent field? Like, is it easy? Is it hard? What advice would you give someone who doesn't want a record deal or is not ready for a record deal yet? Because you do everything. You produce, you engineer, you mix. You gotta hype yourself up here, because a lot of people don't do that. You know, YouTube Beats, you know, some of these people, you be using them, they don't do their own stuff. You do everything. Tell me about that journey and, you know, being independent and actually honing your craft.
Well, I won't say easy or hard either. It really is what you make it. Because it's not, I don't treat it like, oh yeah, I'm doing this thing that I'm trying to do this thing, you know. It's not that's not what it is for me, you know, like music and that for me. And it's not about the industry and wanting to be a part of the industry and all that. I'm mostly like, just like, I have so much creativity inside of me. I have to get it out in some sort of way. So I used to write poems and like books, not books, like stories, like short stories. And that was like my main creativity type of thing, you know. And sports too, but sports different. Sports like temporary. You can go play ball and then you finish. What you do after that, right? So the writing is my big thing. So it wasn't like about if I'm doing it myself, if I need help or nobody or whatever, you know. It's not about, it's really not about that for me. I really like just making something, like creating, you know, art. So I don't know what to tell somebody who was just doing it for whatever, not that easy or hard, because I never really focus on that part of it, of it being easy or hard, you know. Although like sometimes you get frustrating when like you want to share something to the world and like you don't get, like, it feels like nobody's really seeing it. Maybe that get frustrating, because I've been through that, you know, already before with like certain songs. And I'm like, yo, this is cool. But like everybody, you know, see how cool it is or whatever. Like, we can understand that with most independent people. But that don't last. Like that feeling like, oh, yo, damn, it never really, you know, and that feeling don't really matter either. It's natural to feel like that, because as humans, we want attention, you know. So that is not a big focus to me. The big focus is creating it. Like, my favorite part is the producing it, making it, and then listen. And like the results, like, is whatever after. But my favorite part is the creative, like doing it. So that's how I really.
Okay.
That's my mindset on the whole.
So I see you wearing your WildMob shirt.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that you actually have. Is it a record label? Is that what you describe it as?
Yeah.
A record label.
Yes.
Okay. So a lot of people don't know you're the CEO of your own record label. Tell me about your record label.
WildMob Records.
Like, what's the whole idea behind it? What made you start this label?
Well, WildMob.
What's the history on you?
WildMob at first wasn't no WildMob Records. You know, WildMob at first was just like group of friends. They bring together like group of friends who do music also, and be like, yo, let's just do it together, because it's cool to like do things like, yeah, you write your own song, you do your own thing, but when it's really so fun, you actually want to do it with somebody else. Like, it's so much fun, like you just want to share it, you know. Like, you just want to share the joy. Exactly. So it was so fun that like I'm like, yo, singing, and it's like, if what you want to share it, if you can actually share it, and if you feel comfortable sharing it, because some people don't feel comfortable sharing their music, like the creative process. Some people just don't want to make music with nobody else, which is fine. Not like that for me. I may have fun in the studio. We get lit or whatever. We make magic. I do that myself. Like listen to my songs. Most of it, all of my songs are upbeat. I'm like and go crazy. Like I don't have 10 people in the studio with me going like I do that myself. It's me alone in the studio. All of them songs will sound so upbeat. Majority of them, me alone. Nobody else in the studio, and the energy is so fun for me.
Yeah.
So.
It's good to enjoy your own company too.
Yeah, so doing creative with other people was the main thing, and then after a while, I just decided, yo, when I started produce actually, I was like, yo, let's just be like, this is what I'm doing. It's like a record label, right? Because we end up start record the artists like mix their songs and I'm like, yo. Promoting Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook and whatever. So I'm like, this is a whole...
Basically doing what?
Yeah, at first we just look at it like as a group, just group away we are WildMob and we do music. That was just it. It wasn't no yellow record label at first. It was just like, we have fun, we are going,
Yeah.
So, but that's how it really originated.
Who came up with the name?
Actually, we came up with the name with somebody else. But the person really do music with me anymore. Not at the moment. Like remember the day in a class, 10th grade, and him Jamil. I think he's produced. He actually produced, but I don't know if he produced that much like often. But he did that produce, and we just did in a class. And I say, yo, we do music. We must do music, And I say, yo. Want a name though, you see me? You see me? And at the time, ASAP Mob did a blow up. You see me? And that's like one big group. I don't know if you know Mob Deep. Mob Deep are like one, I think like one hip hop group also.
Yeah, I know them.
Yeah, and so like the whole mob feeling did just like it just did big. And in 10th grade we were like mobbing for real though. We were like we can't just stupid shit though. But like Jamil say, yo dog. Like me remember like me always I say wild, you see me? Like and
why?
Because wild just come from like deep from like people that try to humiliate me. And
people call you wild?
Yeah, from like sports, football. In Jamaica we call it football, but America they call it soccer. But football, I was very energetic. I would say on the field.
Yeah.
Quick, and it just like sporadic, and at the time it seemed very like weird.
Yeah.
Because nobody else played like I used to play. Like it's just like rush at people like very quick and aggressive, and nobody was really used to that. And at the time I never really everybody kind of have uniform type of thing. It wasn't me, but it just like no care. And I was so good at it that you would expect that when I tackle somebody, it's a foul and they get damaged or whatever, but it was never, because I always attack the ball. I'm not attacking the person, but I come so angrily or so force at it that the person just my energy coming towards the ball, they would eventually they would easily lose the ball before I even tackle them. You get what I'm saying? They already start thinking that they're going to lose the ball. So just because of that, just because of my energy and on the field, so like some guys or group of people who never know me, then just say, oh, he's not really good, he's just wild. So I was like, all right then, why? And I started to just say why, and then because the wild thing became so big I used to always say wild, Jamil just say, yo, just name the thing WildMob. You see me? And Jamil actually say, yo, at the time I say, yo, that makes sense in the dog. WildMob. You see me? But at the time we go with so many names at first before WildMob. You see me like I don't the names before like we did come up with names first.
Yeah.
But, like together, me even did I say some stupid. I mean, me wouldn't even say what WildMob could have been before because you don't even want to hear those names. You don't want to hear those names.
But the term wild means untamed.
Yeah.
The actual definition is untamed. And for it to be WildMob means you have, if you look at it in perspective, you haven't even touched the major like pop industry yet.
Yeah.
You're basically, you don't want to be tamed.
Well,
you could be, but by the word alone, wow, they complimented you without even knowing what they were doing.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
And if you're playing football, I'm sure you because you play ball, right? I'm sure you could have been rigid and followed all the rules that the coach told you to do, but that wasn't in your spirit to do.
Yeah.
So for them calling you wild, it kind of sounds stupid and ignorant.
Yeah, but
they couldn't figure out a word.
Listen,
they just gave you a compliment and they didn't know.
Yeah, it's just that like when you're not used to something, when human is not really used to something,
like your music,
it becomes so it started to show in the music a little bit.
Basically set you up for greatness.
You know, like the first, I would say that yes, but like it is already great.
Exactly.
Because you know what too? The first time somebody ever told me I was great, it was because of football.
See?
Because of how I used to play. So more like select the older guys, right? I don't remember them name or whatever, but at the time I was in like 8th grade or something, 8th grade.
Yeah.
So it was like the older guys were like 12, 10, 11th grade, you know. They were like, yeah, this isn't it. Wild, he's just wild, he's not good. So then, but there was this one guy, there's this one guy, after one game, I think like my third game, I don't remember, like my third or fourth game, and I remember one of the early games when I started playing football for the team. And this one, after the game, this one guy, he was like, yo, you're good, yo, you're not even, yo, you're great, yo, don't stop. Whatever you do, don't stop. He said, yo, even if it's not, if you stop playing football, whatever else you're going to, don't stop. Keep the same energy. And he said those words. He said, yo, you're great. He said, you're great. That's literally what he said.
And there's a saying.
I never had nobody say that to me, you know, and I was just like sports.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is cool at the time, but like, now when I look back on it, like, I'm glad that he said that, you know, because if it wasn't that, I would have like really despised older people who judge me.
Yeah.
Because at the time, the teachers never really support like that mentally, or, you know, they used to judge the students also a lot. We're not like, and be like, oh, this is like, you know, look down on you like a little bit too. So if you have like a somewhat older person say something like that at that point in my life, it would, like, no, I look back on it, it was really good, because I would have just not fuck with older motherfuckers, like, fuck out of here, I'm not fucking with you, old head. But it's not like that. It's actually not, it's not like that. So.
Okay. So, you have so many hands in different things. How do you stay organized and motivated?
Well, the thing is, you know, like, I get a lot of ideas. So that is what keep me organized and motivated. Like RICHCRAFT, this new album, the first album we putting out, the idea like just come into my mind one day, like me just hear that word in my mind. And that's how my ideas work. They just come to me from the ethers. Rich. From the rich. I'm telling you, the craft is rich. So it just, me constantly get ideas. You know, me constantly get ideas. I may have ideas, I'm going to act on my ideas. If it's not today, if it's not tomorrow, it's the next day or whenever. But it definitely gonna get done. You know what I'm saying? So it's what really keep me organized and motivated is the abundance of the ideas. Like I feel like if I don't do it, it's like, what am I doing then? Yeah. You know? So it's not like I'm running out of ideas. I'm looking for this. I need to find new ways to do it now. So I have so much like ideas coming, so I have to get at it.
So I'm a fan, and
thank you.
Compared to this project, when are we gonna get another Love Baby project? Because this project is, not Love Baby. So for your fans who wants to know, when are we getting another Love Baby project?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, I don't know when that's happening.
Why?
Because like, let me tell you why. The ideas come and the ideas go. And with Love Baby, I was getting those ideas. You know what I'm saying? So if the season, the Love Baby season come around again, then it come around again. Okay. You know? And that's not to say like that type of music might not come, but just that Love Baby energy, I do love that Love Baby energy. So it definitely will come around again. The Love Baby season. Yeah.
Okay. So you spoke on Obia, some people call it science, some people call it voodoo. Are you really about that life, or is it just for this project? No comment.
Listen, it's the thing is, right?
Yeah.
People call it what they want to call it, right? If I'm walking outside and I feel like wearing this shirt, and this shirt has a certain symbol or something that I like, it just looks good to me, then somebody else might look at that shirt and be like, what's that logo? It look like voodoo, or this look like Christianity, or this look like RICHCRAFT or witchcraft or whatever they want to say, right? They think there's some kind of agenda, right? Like I'm walking to do. Maybe there is eventually, or I don't know, but definitely not every single day. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this, make sure this is, It's just like not every day, not just like the shirt, but I'm just giving an example.
Yeah.
Some people might just see something and just assume that this is what this is, and this is what this person is, So I can't really say, yo, this is the lifestyle. What's up? You don't do nothing out there. What's good? I'm the real voodoo man, or I'm the real Obi man. And nah, it's not like that. It's just like there's things in my lifestyle that I just like to do. You get what I'm saying? Like, if I like to wear the shirt, I like to wear the shirt. You get what I'm saying? But when it comes to rituals and stuff like that, everybody do rituals. You go to church and you read the Bible, and whatever you're doing rituals with whoever is there reading the Bible with you, or whatever. You christen your baby or throw holy water, eat bread, all of that. So the words are just like some little labels, or just that we use for like So I'm just really using those words to like pull people's minds,
Gotcha.
I'm just pulling your minds, but yeah. That's all I gotta say about that.
So, you say you grew up in Jamaica. What was life like?
Lit.
And where did you like what fun things did you do growing up?
Play. Go outside. Run the mountains.
The mountains?
Yeah.
Oh, so you lived in the country?
Yeah. Mountains.
You didn't live in the city?
Little bit. High school days or something like that. Primary school days. Well, like childhood, but that's not really childhood, like in the hills, yeah. Mountains, run around, climb trees, eat fruit.
Would you say you have apart from yourself, any other musical inspiration that led you to this point? Like sound of instruments or artists that you like, or is it just a mixture of all types of things?
This question, right?
Mm-hmm.
About influence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Influence.
Mm-hmm.
So you walk outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the rain is falling. The rain is influencing you to put on different clothes today and use an umbrella so you don't get wet. What influenced you to do that? The rain, right? So I can't really say, yo, this artist, or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
because the whole world influenced me.
Mm-hmm.
You influence me right here, right now.
Yeah.
So I can't be like, yo, this artist or this, I feel like that's kind of like giving too much credit to one person or to 5 people,
Mm-hmm.
even though not for me, not for, it's different for some people. I mean, some people, they love the artists and this is the artist that made them start doing music or whatever,
Yeah.
Not for me really, because it was really the world. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I can't be like this one person. I can't give one person or 5 people too much credit because it really is the whole world.
Yeah.
Because even if you live in somewhere in like Australia and you spit on the floor and the wind blow it or whatever, we all connected, and just because you spit on the floor, you change something in the eons or in the frequency and our whole like in the world, cause and effect. So I'm really influenced by the whole world, honestly. Everybody, if you're out there, you're listening, whatever, yeah, you influence me. Hate, love, whatever. Doesn't matter what. You influence me, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
If you're living, if you're still living, or you were living since I was born, you influence me, and you're still influencing me right now.
Okay. So, this is a question that's very generic, so I'm still going to ask it, right? So, were you always this spiritually deep? I know it's a generic question, but how would you answer that? What do you think about spirituality?
Spirituality is shit.
Yeah.
Because really and truly, it's like we just come here in Earth, right? And we're trying to find these ways to get back to the source, And it's like we really are mostly like source, Our God, our the great or whatever, or wherever we come from. That's what we really are. So spirituality is like way below that. Because spirituality is like way below that. Like spirits stuck here. Like people have multiple lives. I'm Gavin Di Different. That is my spirit, my energy. You know the Gavin Di Different spirit.
Yeah.
You know what the Gavin Di Different spirit is if you hear my voice. But when I pass away, this spirit stays here. You think this spirit's going up with me? Maybe, if you think so. But then again, when I come back, if I come back here, right? There's multiple lives.
Yeah.
That spirit is over with.
Yeah.
So it's not like, yo, spirituality is the thing, man. This is the, you gotta do that, man. You gotta do it. It's not really like, you ain't gotta do shit. I don't really look at it like that. It's just that I just say, it's just the ways for us to express that source energy, Yeah. Maybe it's not shit per se, but yeah.
Okay. So, is there anything else pertaining to Richcraft that you would like to share?
Well,
just take a listen.
Yeah, just listen. Like we don't really know what else to say. Like in terms of like much when it comes to like.
You just want people to just expect the unexpected.
Yeah, expect wild. Yeah, expect wild. You're not gonna expect wild. Like when you think about, oh, this is some wild shit. Like Florida man or some shit. like a Florida man. Florida man. I'm not a Florida man, but I'm just saying. Just think wild.
So when are we gonna see you performing in our near cities?
TBD.
TBD.
Yeah, what's that? To be decided or some shit. That's what I usually see on things like it. Well, like we're not like you don't know the date yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So TBD, like
Okay.
soon.
Okay. So I've heard from a little bird that you dipped your foot into the acting game. Are we gonna see you on the screens anytime soon?
Screen to us.
Any plans?
They're already on the screens, yo.
Scoop that you can share with us on what's coming.
Scoop. Well, check me out on Netflix. Real soon. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe not real soon,
Yeah.
like tomorrow soon, but just check me out on Netflix in the near future or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Can't really disclose too much when it comes to like doing, we work with the acting thing, like, yeah.
Okay, so more of a chill question. What do you do for fun? Apart from making your music and stuff.
Workout.
Yeah.
I like workout.
And your
that
lifestyle
is
is mostly very healthy.
Healthy? Yeah. I don't know if you say healthy or what you mean with healthy because...
Your lifestyle is very whole.
Whole? Wait, what whole? What whole?
I don't know how to use words with you because the word you
no, but you just have to explain what you mean.
Your vocabulary is completely different.
Explain what you mean, though. Just explain what you mean.
You say you work out for fun.
Right? Yes, yeah.
Not everyone works out for fun.
Exactly. That's why when I say healthy, I can't really
It's a
explain.
lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly. Most of the things I do is lifestyle based. Your
lifestyle, statistically, is healthy compared to the rest of this nation. Okay?
This nation.
Yeah, let me just say that. I don't want to get,
I don't eat meat, no dairy.
Yeah.
Maybe like butter, but like not really butter with butter, but like don't really mess with dairy like that at all much. Maybe Doritos. Unless
Okay.
Or breatharian.
So what does a breatharian mean?
A person who does not eat any food at all. They survive off
Wait, so that's
prana.
What you're doing now? Is that your goal?
I've done it before, and if I'm not doing it anymore, I can still say I'm a breatharian. Maybe not a breatharian right now, but I know what it's like to be a breatharian. So.
Okay. Are you any collabs coming up that you can also?
Well, working on project with Romario Keane from based out of the UK right now, but also from Jamaica. We have a project in the works.
Okay.
Yes, that's one. I think that's the next thing. That's the next thing after RICHCRAFT. That's the reason why I'm telling you about that, because we don't really want to tell about much what we don't know, so you can really get done. But this is for sure what we know. Say, this is a good vibe right here.
What would you say about haters? It's such a generic question, but still, what could you give to someone who is going through it and they just keep getting hit with the negativity? Because I know as an independent artist, it gets a little bit, sometimes, and then you have negativity just spewing at you. What advice would you give someone who's going through that?
Just ignore it. If you can get a phone call and then press the whatever home button, or you can put your phone on silent when somebody who you don't want to talk to is calling you. or when you want to just stay in your room and not talk to anybody, if you can do shit like that, then then you know how to ignore somebody, right? So if you know deep down that you know how to ignore, just apply that to that. Apply that to haters. Ignore, because there's not much you can't change what people think. And you don't want to be changing what people think. Like, they're free to think what they want to think. And if they feel like that's it, you don't need to convince anybody or anything. You don't need to convince them. Like when I was playing ball and motherfuckers was like, yo, he's not good, he's just wild. I wasn't thinking about that. Yeah. My thing was just, yo, I'm trying to be on the team and I want to start. I want to be the first. I want to play and I want to start every game. That's all I cared about. I didn't care about the dudes who were like, yo, he's wild or whatever. I just ignored them. And they were at the games. I was seeing them. You know what I'm saying? So that's like deep. That's way deep. If it wasn't, if it's not like that with your haters,
and they actually show up and watch.
If your haters are,
and they know exactly what you're up to.
Yeah, if it's just the internet, and because I know most artists
before they hate you,
or
like something.
Exactly. Yeah. So if they're not coming to your house, well, that's gonna be a problem if they come to you. But if they're like coming to your shows, then you can get security to get people out or whatever. But if it's just the internet and shit, listen, that's nothing. Okay, I'm telling you from somebody who used to play football, and like people who used to try to talk down on me, come to the games and look in my face. And
some people will never come to your face.
Some people nowadays, never
come to your face.
Maybe one out of a million people. Maybe one out of a million is gonna come.
I've yet to see the day someone do that.
Maybe one out of a million. When you see that happening to big artists, remember that these artists are in front of millions of people. So there might be one out of the million who's like, oh, I'm actually going to go. And then when that one person goes, or when that one hater goes and do something, then it seems like really crazy, but it's just that one person. When you see that person show, majority, 95% of those people are actual fans. Yeah. And then the rest is like the workers there or whatever. And maybe one or two haters, in the crowd. They don't come out. They just do it on the internet. So it's not that deep. That's their problem. Just look at it as good. Like any what's the thing again? Any promo is good promo. It doesn't really matter. He's still out there. You're making money. But whatever. Publicity is publicity. Yeah. So don't worry about haters.
Okay. How would you describe RICHCRAFT in one word?
Well. Yeah.
And where did you get inspiration? Well, you said you get inspiration from everything. Is that what happened with your songs as well? You just pulled and got your ideas.
Yeah. And actually, most of those songs, the inspiration just was like really coming to me, like for real, like on the spot, and it felt like, yo, this has to be done. This has to be done. This has to be said. This has to be just the expression. Just the expression. This expression has to be expressed. Look at it that way. Yeah.
Would you say music found you, or you found music?
Well, I would say I don't even know what to say, because I've been listening to music since like in the womb, So I don't know how to say if it found me, Maybe when I was here or whatever. I mean, like creating music.
Any ways you perceive this question?
Well, maybe we find each other. Maybe, like a long lost friend that you haven't, seen in a while, and then you find each other. Or your true love, and you finally find each other. Yeah. Or like you taste some kind of food, like, oh gosh, this is my favorite food now. Like maybe like that, or something, maybe something like that, or just something you like Like gonna meet each other at somewhere, you know, and it just happened to be here on Earth. Yeah.
Gotcha. And finally, any life advice you would give before we go?
Let me see. Life advice. Well, this is your life. Nobody else. Just remember that this is your life. Ain't nobody else's life. It's not your mama's life. Even though your mama push you out, it's not her life. Her life is different. Yeah, her life is different. Even if it's the love of your life, her life is different. If you're your father or somebody, it doesn't matter. The closest person to you, their life is different. Trust me. Even if you're a twin, their life is different. So remember, this is your life. That's just what I would say.
Where can we find you? Online?
Online?
Yeah, do you have any handles?
Gavin Di Different, Instagram. This is different _ Twitter. Facebook, Gavin Di Different. YouTube, Gavin Di Different. Spotify, Gavin Di Different. All of the music platforms is Gavin Di Different. Twitter, Facebook, yeah, Instagram. And shit, what else is there? I don't really use Snapchat. Oh yeah, Snapchat. Yeah, I feel like exclusive, you know, my life type of things is WITTY876. So yeah, look for that, and that's like my personal Snapchat where you can see like live things. And OnlyFans. Don't forget OnlyFans, because this actually new. May I go start put out my RICHCRAFT stuff. RICHCRAFT, voodoo, voodoo, or hoodoo. All my hoodoo, RICHCRAFT, obia, science, spirit work, and all of that on my OnlyFans. And some like life advice also, and anything else that comes in, maybe business stuff.
So if I want to know...
Wait, it's Gavin Di Different, OnlyFans at Gavin Di Different / Gavin Di Different, same thing.
So you're saying you're gonna have OnlyFans where are you gonna have consultations, or is it just you giving?
For now, it's just the advice and like methods and rituals, methods and rituals, and just like mostly a lot of like hoodoo or like enough of that type of voodoo or whatever, spells, whatever. Just mostly that for now. Then eventually, when I find time, I might start taking calls, you know, like FaceTime calls for like advice with people doing their stuff.
Okay, guys, you heard it here first. Is this your first interview or?
Actually, no.
No.
But it is the first official interview because the other one.
Project, I mean. Like for.
Yeah, for anything at all, because I've had a interview long time ago, but it never came out. So my first interview is there, but it never came out. And I don't know where it is. So this is my first.
Surprised. Next thing you know,
as this one drops, the other one comes out. Nah.
That's how it goes.
Nah. Fuck out of here.
Or they find some old ass.
Fuck out of here. Nah. Fuck out of here. This is the first one.
Nah, that's how it goes.
Nah. Fuck out of here with that. Nah. Don't play me like no.
That's how it goes. And they find some picture.
Nah.
Before you were how you.
Nah. This is the first. This is the first. I don't care what nobody say, cause I did do another one, but it never came out. And so I don't want to hear nothing from nobody after this. This is the first.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a special one because, the first.
Well, you heard it here first. We just interviewed Gavin Di Different. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah, nice talking to you too. You know, it was let me see, breathtaking. Not breathtaking, but it was good. It was good. I had fun. So I had
So yeah, go listen. Go check out RICHCRAFT. When does it drop?
10/20. If it might, shit. I mean,
on all platforms.
This interview might come out after or before, but October 20, 2021. RICHCRAFT, all platforms, major music platforms, everywhere. all over the world. Yeah.
All right.
And YouTube, check out YouTube if you listen to music on YouTube. It's, you know, if you can listen to music free, whatever, YouTube or SoundCloud. Those are the free places going to be. SoundCloud, AudioMac, YouTube. You can listen to music free right there, right? You don't have to pay. So yeah, if you don't want to buy the album on iTunes, but if you feel like, you know, you want to buy it, go ahead.
Yeah.
Feel me? By all means, go buy the album. And I really like with promotion, I really be like, yo, go buy my album. What's going on? You know, like if you feel like it, you know, like, because I know people, they don't really feel like they need to spend money on music. And I totally understand that because I'm from that kind of mindset.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not saying, yo, go buy my album, you know. Listen, I'm just saying, listen to the music, because you can listen to music free also.
Yeah,
you
genuinely,
know?
If you love something, you will want to have it.
Exactly.
And you would want to support.
Yeah.
Because if I love a song, I'm going to buy it or buy an album.
Exactly.
Because, one, we have an iPhone.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I love it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So just go listen to it. Just go listen to the album.
Okay.
It's out there.
All right.